One Man's Trash, Man's Guide Bonus Clips number 3 by SoundSmith.
Ooh, I'm gonna trick stab you.
Oh, come on!
Okay, so normally I just put some extra gameplay clips here, but if it's alright with y'all, I want to shamelessly rip a page out of LazyPurple's book and talk a little bit about the behind-the-scenes stuff. And
Based.
don't worry, there's still extra clips in here, and I probably won't take too long with this. Anyway, there were a few scrapped jokes and bits that ended up making cameos in all those folder names in the post-credit scene. Most of these were just things that KJ and I didn't think were quite funny enough, but some of them got left out because of the structure of the final script. Like, we were originally going to talk about butter knifing a lot more, since getting the speed boost on kill instead of on backstab is kind of a big deal, and is one of the main things setting the big earner apart from the kunai. Like, kunai is probably still better for pubs where you just have tons of free backs to work with, but it's nice that the big earner has something, you know?
Get up, get up, get up.
Right.
It's just a butter knife.
That ain't Falco. But yeah, we decided that this would be a really funny thing to mention in the ending stinger for like the shitty demo night gag, but that also meant that we had to leave it out of the script until the very end so that it would be a surprise.
Oh my god, you saved it.
Oh, I got 2 butter knives. Shitty demo knife.
You saved it!
What am I here? What? What is happening? Quick side note, I still have no idea what the hell even happened in this clip. I get hit by this sticky but take no damage and instead get blasted up into the skybox. My first thought was the splash damage bug that happens with weird map geometry sometimes, but that makes it so that you don't get hit at all. I get launched here, so I know the sticky registered as hitting me. The game just decided that I take no damage for some reason.
It just works. Taking a page out of God Howard's book. It just works. 16 times the explosion radius.
Someone better versed in source spaghetti is gonna have to explain this one to me because... what? And the best part is I just kept going after this happened, and this ended up being such a great clip that I used it for the ending stinger. So I think this clip right here is the best possible example of the phrase, we fucking take those. Anyway, back to butter knives. Had we talked more about it, we probably would have mentioned how speed-boosted butter knives synergize surprisingly well with the Ambassador, and also Diamondback to a certain extent. But anyway, a full damage headshot into a butter knife will kill a light class, so you can kind of chain these together in a weird half-gun spy duelist playstyle that's totally addicting when you pull it off. Still, using the big earner means that you're gonna get one-shot by basically everything, so it's not that practical. Honestly, I think it would be cool as hell if we ever get new weapons again, Spy got like a rapier flintlock combo, kind of like Saltspire in the Vermintide games. It'd be...
I mean, it makes me wonder if Valve is I mean, clearly, if we're not gonna look for, like, you know, Team Fortress 3, right? That's just not going to happen. It's like Left 4 Dead 3, right? I mean, Valve's been pretty transparent that that's just not happening, right? I wonder if and when we'd be getting new weapons, because I mean, like, from the AAA, if this was handled by AAA studios, you know these weapons would be microtransactions. You know that this game would be monetized just to hell and back, right? But it's held by Valve, and it's really not. Sure, there's the marketplace, whatever, controversies regarding hacked accounts, losing stuff, right? You know, like, I think that's such a minor part of the issue. Like, I don't know. I also don't know, like if you added the fabled 10th class, I mean, does the game still hold up, right? I feel like the 9, from an outsider looking in, seem to really kind of play with each other very well in this insular setting. Would adding more weapons be additive or detractive to the game at this point? And I think that's the interesting thing to think about. I wonder if we would ever get an update to TF2. It makes me wonder.
Like an alternate playstyle where you lose out on backstabs, but both weapons crit on a headshot, doing like 100 damage or so, and then you charge up the rapier stab for more damage like a huntsman. The flintlock would only have 1 shot in the clip, but if you get a headshot with the rapier, it immediately reloads your gun, and if you get a headshot with the flintlock, it would give you a buff for the rapier, like maybe like a small speed boost, or a second of crits, or mini crits, or something. It'd be like one of those chaining weapons, like the Tide Turner, where it incentivizes you to constantly be dueling opponents and swapping between the rapier and gun and ping-ponging between person to person. It would probably be totally fucked balance-wise, but it sounds fun as hell, so...
Anyway, have you ever gone on a massive tangent?
No, definitely not. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never gone on tangents on this channel. No, sir. I've never completely derailed a reaction for 10 minutes before letting it play again. Definitely not.
Another thing we wanted to talk about was... fail stabs.
yeah.
Seeing as how you only have 100 health with the big earner, fail stabs are much more punishing. This was mostly just cut for time, but also just because everything is more punishing with the big earner, so it just felt a little bit redundant. Regardless, I have a ton of fail stab clips because I am very bad at the game and playing Spy is pain. No! You are joking!
Watch this, Lise. You can actually pinpoint the second when his heart rips in half. And now.
Speaking of pain, the script itself underwent a ton of revision over the almost 2 years that KJ and I were working on it. Originally, we were going to have the overarching bit of the video be more centered around the choose your own adventure theme and how that choice comes into play with basically every decision you make as a big earner spy. KJ and Ethan, the characters, would be disagreeing on which paths to take, and we'd just constantly be backseat gaming each other on what we were doing wrong. But since we already had a similar conflict in the Beggar's Bazooka video, and if it came into play every single time a decision was made, it would just go on for way too long, and so we decided to rework it. The choice
I think it would feel redundant. I think it would lose its charm at that point, right? Like when you take with this, right? Seeing Kip react to a Team Fortress 2 video. Well, it fascinates me and I love learning about more of it, right? Eventually you're just kind of like, maybe I'll go take a week off and go watch something else, right? Like it's so much in quick succession versus saving it for, say, a special occasion when you're like, oh, he reacted to this Mrs. Blue thing. I wonder what he thinks about it, right?
aspect was simplified into 2 playstyles in their own distinct sections, and instead of another conflict between the creators, the disagreement was now between us and some ambiguous, shadowy corporate overlord that was funding the show.
Hello, SoundSmith, when are you going?
The backseat gaming still kind of made it in at the end where KJ starts narrating his own clips, and that served as a great segue into the video just devolving into chaos like it always does. I think in terms of accurately portraying the big earner, this actually hurt the video a bit, since the best way to play with it would be being unpredictable and swapping between the 2 playstyles where appropriate so that you can catch your opponents off guard. You know, when they expect you to be passive, you're more aggressive. When they expect you to be aggressive, you escape and slip away, etc.
I actually agree with that. I can hard agree with this because it's very much, like he's saying, right? Very much a... We wanted to explain the things and kind of give you, say, like these textbook examples of the things and us narrating our playstyles and stuff like that versus just... you know, setting the groundwork, right? Incepting that idea of this is a choose your own adventure and then showcasing throughout the following clips, you know, what he does do, what he doesn't do, right? And to kind of adjust to the situation, right? So you as a viewer can look at a, you know, that's a lot of backs. Well, might as well go on a chain stab stream versus that's a lot of backs. But there's also a demo man there. Well, maybe I don't want to walk into these sticky mines, right? I want to walk into these stickies. So therefore I'm going to go and peace out. And maybe I'm going to go try to flank around another avenue, right? Like, it's explaining just enough and letting the audience fill in the blanks.
But I mean, hey, when has Mann's Guide ever been an accurate, legitimate tutorial? I think from a video structure standpoint, this change was the right call and everything flowed way better.
Well, off to die.
This is also probably a good time to mention and thank all of the awesome people who helped with the various aspects of the episode. First and foremost, animators. I'm slowly but surely getting the very basics of SFM animation down, so much so that I even did a couple shots all by myself this time around. But as you've probably heard from LazyPurple, that program is an absolute fucking hellscape, so I chose to enlist some help on that front for the more complicated stuff, specifically from these insanely talented folks. They all did a phenomenal job, and they even hit in some extra little jokes here and there. I won't spoil everything though, so you're just gonna have to go back and find the rest of them yourselves. This next one is probably gonna get me made fun of in the comment section, but not all of this gameplay is actually mine. I know, but here's the thing. KJ and Xenogene both really like using the big earner, and during the production of this video, they got some great clips that it would be really hard not to include in the final video. Gene is just a great spy overall, but KJ specifically has this weird aura about him that just makes everyone in the video game forget that he exists. Like, seriously, nobody looks at this guy, ever.
See, look, it's the ultimate cloak.
I was curious about this. I was curious how the bumper cars worked. I'm like, is it that they're seeing him disguised as somebody on their team, bumper carsing into the wall, assuming maybe they're in their second monitor or something? This is kind of wild.
Why do people not see you when you do that? That's not to say he's a bad spy. He's way better than me, but it's just so strange to watch his gameplay compared to actually playing spy and having everyone be hyper aware, plus your teammates blowing your cover so often that you're basically playing a 1v23 game. Yes, I'm still salty about this clip. Fucking Pyro, come on, man.
Pyro, what the
I don't think I have a better way to demonstrate the KJ aura than this clip right here. In this one, we're both playing Big Earner Spy on the same team, and I see KJ walk up and very obviously sap this sentry. The Pyro's looking directly at him, pulls out the Crit Man Melter, and I'm just like, okay, KJ is trying for a clip here. It's probably safe to go up and try something while they're distracted. But instead of going after the spy who just sapped their sentry and is about to stab one of their medics, this Pyro just forgets he exists, randomly turns around and looks at me instead. I just... What? How? And
How does that happen? Is the dude just a cognito hazard? Does he just make someone have a mini stroke? What's happening?
to be fair, I stabbed the Pyro and get away with 3 health, so it's a pretty decent clip. I just don't understand this man's power and how it works. I am very obviously jealous, but I appreciate the help nonetheless. And of course,
It's got to be how he moves, right? It has to be how he moves.
there were various gameplay skits peppered throughout that I couldn't have done without the help of all these folks. These videos are always huge group efforts, and I'm super grateful that there are this many people excited to work on them. Real quick section, thumbnails. More perceptive viewers have probably noticed that all of the thumbnails so far reference a famous painting of some kind. The Force of Nature one was based on the creation of Adam, Beggars was based on the birth of Venus, and we decided on this one being based on Rembrandt's anatomy lesson basically as soon as we saw it. I don't know, like, it's gotta be something with like a knife, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Make more sense.
I kind of dig it.
how about the Golden Age?
I actually really like this. I knew they were based off. I knew the first one, right? But I didn't know that the trend continued. I actually really like this. This is really cool background information.
So like, stuff like this. Oh. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Flawless.
We're done here. Music and sound design was another fun challenge in some parts. I guess the most obvious one to start with would be the intro. As you probably guessed, the intro was a near shot-for-shot parody of the Cars 1 intro, but they use a licensed song for that. I was originally going to make a full parody of the song with lyrics and everything. Something like, I'm another spy man who thinks Kuna is like... Just dumb shit like that. But I decided against it in favor of making the ending where he walks out of spawn just sound like the Kick Butowski intro. The All Eyes on You segment was also an instance of me doing a cover to avoid licensing issues. I wanted to use the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire soundtrack for the $64,000 question, but that always gets immediately slammed by the YouTube copyright bots. Luckily for me, it's a pretty simple track. You just get some low strings and then go kick, kick, heartbeat, kick, kick, heartbeat, etc., etc., etc. And then you just take a melody track that sounds like this shit, and then you just make it play whatever you want.
I mean, ultimately, copyright is a thing we all have to worry about. Let's be real. I was watching a Internet Anarchist video recently, and an entire section, an entire clip as well, was edited. Right, like the thing where you can either you have to mute the section entirety, or you can try to mute the audio around it, so the audio becomes warped, which people have heard in many reactions I've done in the past. I know people don't really like it. I know a lot of people complain about it. There's nothing you can really do, especially if it's a valid copyright strike or claim, right? Well, most often than not, it's claims, right? TGS anime videos are notorious. I have several of those of reactions that are just copyrighted, and they're always upheld. I can't imagine on his end it's going any better overall as well, which is why I say, you know, we need to make sure we're supporting our creators that we like, because whether we like it or not, copyright is a thing. There are valid things with copyright. There's also abuses of copyright. Like, I like this insight because it's more people talking about copyright and offering further insights to help normalize the discussions around it.
I thought, what would be a good, iconic melody to use for a spy-centric scene? Oh, right! I'm also really happy with how the more sound designy elements in this sequence came out. It sounds pretty fucking cool. And I guess while we're on the subject, here's a few more of my favorite sound design bits.
Moody?
I did like these. The edits are good. I think the character is cutting off. Look on the right. Oh, of course it's. Oh, there it is. If you look for a couple frames, right here, the right side of your screen, the characters are cutting off a little bit vertically.
I was thinking about hiding Head Pounder somewhere in that JoJo bit, but I decided against it. And this last one was made entirely from scratch, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna do a self-indulgent breakdown real quick.
It looked good. Yeah?
I could go on about the sound design all day, but in the interest of time, I'll only hit you with a few more really quick trivia bits. The gib and falling knife stab from the intro, like most gore sounds, was mostly made with various forms of food abuse. But one of my favorite layers in the whole thing is the sound of Cat squeezing excess water out of some pork dumpling filling that we made at some point while I was still working on the video. Mm-hmm. You can also hear our other housemate, Erin, in the background, just, like, losing her shit over it. The reverb for the garage door banging in that Cars intro extends too far and gets talked over by the guy going, "Hey, London, you ready?" So I just had to record that myself and go bang on my actual garage door, which made my neighbors think I was fucking crazy. And finally, when the spy bangs his head on the desk after he fails at making a montage, there was no special technique or sound magic happening there. That's literally just the sound of me banging my head on the desk. And yes, it really hurt, but I have the sound now, so
Yeah?
yay!
It's pretty valid.
Once again, thank you all so much for supporting this series. It means a lot to KJ and I. Truth be told, I feel like this was the best man's guide so far. I'm so proud of how it turned out. I don't want to use the word perfect, especially because anybody who's ever made anything knows that nothing you make is ever perfect to you, but I feel like I got pretty close with this one. Oh, motherfucker! Yeah, keep healing me. Oh, okay, sure.
I wonder if it has to do with hitboxes and or latency. Like, I'm curious as to why fail stabs happen. Like, some of the LazyPurple videos talked about the hitboxes and stuff, and discussed in the last video that he did, right? The actual big earner video, the Demoman sticky bomb that didn't quite go off. Like, it went off, but it didn't cause damage. So I wonder if it has to do with latency, hitboxes, or some combination of it, or if it's a factor I haven't considered.
Huh? Okay. So there's demo in the sewer still, so I'm gonna see if this soldier sets off my ringer, and I'm gonna try and get him to, like, turn around and look at me instead of the people shooting at him. Ooh, look at me! Haha! Oh, you're just not even gonna... Okay, cool.
Classic. Look at the spooky ghost! What is that?
What the fuck?
What? Just gave up.
Got him.
Like packing boxes in your world, packing boxes in your world.
Oh, you know what? We go in. 1 health.
Flawless.
What the hell?
Spy.
Oh, there's a sentry outside their spawn. Cool.
That's disgusting.
Look at the sentry. Look at the sentry. Okay, thank you.
Oh my god. No way.
Somehow I didn't die. Wait, what?
I don't know. I think it's how they jumped. I think he was just too far ahead. That one doesn't scream jank. That one feels a little more fair.
I don't know. Don't question it.
Yeah. Oh,
Uber
heavy
time.
no.
Oh, my man ran out of mouse pad. Oh, I'm gonna trick stab you. I'm gonna trick stab you. Oh.
That's fine.
That's why I'm saying I'm.
And I am just adding to the conversation by saying that I am not going to play it. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
I can. I didn't.
I
think
can it. I
Poor
can it. I can it. I'm
poor
so
engineer.
smart. I'm so wise. I'm Xenogene. I play Spy. My brain is huge. That's what I'm sounding like right now.
Oh, you fucking butter knifed me. What did I take damage from?
I can't believe you would do this to me. I'm gonna fucking go back to spawn. I need to switch to Uber. Oh, that's a spy.
The enemy.
Get fucking troll, idiot.
You motherfucker.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just spammed WASD, pressed left click, and hoped for the best.
Yes.
And
so
it worked.
good.
I'm the sniper.
This could be fun.
Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. Left me
Sniper,
alone, dead.
demo, soldier, scout,
Ooh,
bro.
yo! Did you see that?
Quad. No way.
Nope.
This is way harder than it has any right.
This is not including stair stabs on the list of trick stabs that could speed boost assist with. As you know, I found it's way harder than it looks when your muscle memory isn't used to the speed boost. I can totally see that. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be weird going back to stock from Big Earner because of the speed differential.
To be man.
No! I got random crit by the thing. Yeah, this is a frustrating clip to get. Fuck you, KJ.
I got it.
Disgusting.
I got it.
You got it? That's it?
I got it. That's it. It's over. GG. What? I don't really know what happened there.
Like, he had Uber where it pushed up to like their spawn, right? And I'm holding the door. I'm like, pop, pop, and he didn't. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? What's the problem? That was good. You almost got him.
No, I did. I got him and then immediately died.
Oh my god.
That poor guy just edge bugged into me.
He's angry.
What is happening?
They're capping the point.
Is he AFK?
No, he sees him.
Ooh! There, bro. And the Uber to save you from the headshot.
That was a good
perfect.
Uber to save him.
Oh my.
That was pretty good.
No contest. No way. No way he got away with that.
Please don't look at me.
Don't look at me. It's in your eyes.
Wait. I'm such a god.
I love that he got out of that scot-free.
Oh my god! How?
It was wild.
Just don't question it. Just don't question it. Okay.
What, you think rockets are gonna stop us?
Okay,
They're
we
still
leave.
stopping us.
Okay, I'm out.
Sigma
Bumper
knows
cars.
about the grind.
Kill him.
Get him! Get his ass.
No, please.
It's a drive-by.
I'm getting run down in the middle of the
You know
street.
those LA gangs. You know they're really.
Guys, we're going to kill you. We have
Oh
more
god,
numbers.
please no.
Where's the blood?
Sorry, I have a big runner.
Wow.
We're having a gang.
He's gonna outplay him.
Okay, wait.
He got got by the last one.
I was just in the background, May's just on a scooter way behind everybody else.
What a banger video. I loved seeing the insights onto this one. I thought it was great, honestly, and it was really cool to see how these bonus bits have evolved over time. Definitely recommend watching them, especially if you have not. Which, that being said, if you haven't watched the original video, you should definitely go check it out. This was awesome. A lot of time went into this. I can clearly see that. And it was just super cool. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know your favorite spy shenaniganry, and I'll see you in the next one.